you guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Taylor Terrell. I wanted to come back and do a life update video. I've been getting asked lots of questions because I have not been as present on YouTube. I think because it's obviously been a hard year for everybody, but we've all been going through some stuff, you know? So I sold my trailer at the beginning of the year, and then have been trying out different businesses and just thinking a lot about life and like where I want to go next and all the things. It's just a very transitional period. So I think because of that is the reason why I didn't really want to bring my camera out, because you're either struggling mentally or trying to figure out what you want to do. You don't really want to record the process, even though it probably would have been more helpful for you guys to see that everyone goes through that sometimes, like questioning what you're doing, if you're doing the right thing. However, I'm sure you also understand you don't want to bring the camera out during that. So that is mostly why I've been pretty just not present online. I also just kind of feel like I didn't have much to share at the moment. Not much had changed, and you know, we were just quarantined in our house every day, so I just kind of put it on the back burner. But I miss it and I'm ready to get back into it. And so if you don't follow me on Instagram already, go follow me at Taylor Terrell to keep up with future updates, Q&As, things like that. That's where I got all the questions for today, is from my Instagram. Anyway, I'm going to be posting twice a week, and I'm putting myself on a schedule to make sure I actually do it because I want to be regular with you guys. I hate that I've been putting it on the back burner, especially when you guys have been asking for updates and I've just been like, yeah, I'll do it, and then I don't do it, you know? I'm gonna do it Tuesdays and Fridays. I'm gonna start with that because that is where the poll is headed right now on my Instagram. The other option I gave you was Wednesday, Saturday. So I'm gonna start with Tuesday, Friday and see how that works out, but I will be posting every day on those days. So mark your calendars if you care. If you don't, that's fine. I don't want to waste any more time. I just want to get into the questions because I know a lot of you guys are like, what are you even doing with your life right now? And there's been a lot of changes and I've just been more private about them this year. First question I got, not surprised because this is a question you get like every Q&A you do, but someone said babies? Question mark. I don't know. Probably next year, maybe. We'll see. We are in a good place financially, in our relationship, emotionally, all of that. I just don't know. It's not like we have like a planned time that we're gonna have babies. We know we want them eventually, but also this year is crazy, so I'm not quite sure if we want to throw that into the mix. Yeah, no, I don't really have a good answer for you guys, but you know, in the next couple years I'm sure that will happen. Ooh, this question: do you prefer your hair short or long? I cut mine very short, less maintenance, but it gets dirty quickly. I prefer mine long. So I also am just like, it's just hair. It's not really that big of a deal. If you want to cut it, just cut it. It'll grow back if you don't like it. So when I cut mine the last time, like right now it's getting pretty long. It's kind of dark, so you can't really tell, but last time I cut it, it was like right above my shoulders here, and I liked it for a little bit, and then it started to get to the awkward length, you know. And also I'm a big ponytail person, obviously not right now, but normally I wear really high ponytails, and I hate with short hair that you can't do that. It drives me crazy. So I'm growing it back out again, and I know for sure I'm never gonna go shorter than this again. Probably. I say never, but I'm a girl and we change our mind all the time. Does Garrett have any siblings? No, he does not. He is an only child. This was a very popular question I got as well. It says, do you still sell Arbonne? And I do and don't. What happened is I am a very multi-passionate person, I think, and I have plenty of things I want to try in my life. So the long story short is that I felt like I wanted to transition into some other things because I'd been doing Arbonne for 2 years, and I still am like technically a consultant, and I sell to people if they have questions and stuff like that. I still use the products every day, but I really wanted to try some other businesses. Maybe I'll talk about this in another video, but there actually was a business I started trying to start, and I had issues with the state forming the name, and I just kept hitting roadblocks. And so then I felt like I don't really know what I want to do now. I miss being creative. So that's kind of how I got into photography, which I'm now doing photography. If you don't already know that or follow me on Instagram, my photography page is Cedar and Son on Instagram. And so if you want to go follow that, I'm a legal business in Washington State and do everything legally on there. But yeah, that's kind of like a side business right now, but it's been like picking up surprisingly. I just started it because I wanted to be creative, and my other business I was trying to open wasn't working out. And so I was like, well, I'll just take pictures for now. I thought maybe I'd make like just a little bit of side cash, and then it kept growing. So that's kind of what I'm doing now, and then I want to bring back YouTube. But like I said, I still like am technically a consultant with Arbonne, so like if people have questions, I will sell them products and stuff. I'm just not like, that's not my main priority anymore. So next question is, how did you and Garrett meet? There's definitely videos about this, like I don't even know which one, but back when we were dating I definitely did a video talking about how we met and everything. But we went to the same elementary school, so he was a grade younger than me, and we went to a school in Olympia, Washington. We never met because like we went to the same same elementary school. So I just always knew who he was. We had mutual friends. I'd see him at like basketball games, football games, whatever. Like I'd see him around. We always were just like passing by each other. So that's how we knew each other. And then we ended up being single at the same time, and I guess had always kind of had like a crush on each other. We've just never like pursued anything. And so when we were, I can't remember the exact age, I think I was 22 or 23, I don't know, we just got connected again over social media, started talking, and then we started dating, and now we married. It's not like that crazy of a story, but that's basically how we met. I actually got a few of these questions and I'm pretty surprised by it. I think because you guys are involved in my life and you're like, I know that she's trying to figure out what she wants to do. So everyone's asking if I would consider going back to college. So I actually dropped out of college the first semester because I was like, college is just not for me. And then I was going into a business where I already had experience in the coffee industry, and so I actually didn't need it. And my coffee business like was successful. I just didn't love it anymore. That's why I sold it. I have a whole like playlist on that if you want to follow that. But I dropped out of college to pursue that, and now I'm here and I'm still making full-time income over that with all the things that I'm doing, like all the avenues. But I have no desire to go back to school ever. I don't think I ever will. And part of my plan too, as far as the question about children, is when we do decide to have kids, I definitely just want to have a really flexible job because I want to be really present like for our kids. So I don't know. I'm in a really weird stage of life, and I'm sure you guys can understand that. Like I'm in between things, and I sold this business that had to take up literally every second of my day. Like it was very time consuming, and then now I do a bunch of things that are really flexible. I make good money and my husband makes good money, but when we have kids, I want to like pretty much not work, and I want to like maintain the household and be with the kids and then maybe work a little bit. So I don't really have a desire to get a degree or any of that. Yeah, no, I don't think I'll go back to school. Oh, this question actually is totally related to what I was just talking about. They said, what is your plan for raising kids, stay-at-home mom, question mark? Partially. Like I would say I want to be like a 75% stay-at-home mom because I'm like a worker by nature. I just love to work. I'm an Enneagram 3, 2. I don't remember. Anyway, I like thrive off of working, so I love working, but I know that also I used to nanny, and I know watching kids is work. Like it's hard. So I want to like be home 75% of the time, but like also we have really great family around us, and I know they're going to want to be with the babies when we have them one day. So when we do, then 25% of the time, or 15, whatever, part of the time they will go to their grandparents, and I can go work because I love working and I love being creative and I love making money and all of that stuff. So I do want to like work from home though. So I guess technically stay-at-home mom, but like a stay-at-home working mom. Is that an option? So this says, ideally, where do you see yourself in 1 to 5 years? 1 to 5 is a very broad spectrum. So let's just say 5 years from now. 5 years from now, I'll be 30. I think we'll probably have like 2 kids by then, maybe. We're probably going to be either living in our dream home or building our dream home. That's a big goal of ours, is to own property and raise our kids there and potentially have animals. We're throwing around that idea. Animals and like land and have like the fun house. So that's kind of our goal, I guess, in 5 years. And I guess I don't know, there's a lot of unknowns. Obviously we don't know if we're going to stay here or leave. It kind of depends on, actually I don't want to say that. I don't know. We plan to stay in Washington, but if some things change in life, that's really broad, but you know, if some things change in life, we might be moving somewhere else, but we'll see. As of now, that's not really the plan. So this is, have you had more pregnancy scares since the one you shared months ago? I have not, actually. I haven't, and I'm still using the Daysy. I know I've talked about that in a previous video. You guys can go look it up, but the Daysy is like a natural birth control. So it tracks your fertility, and it's basically like a smart thermometer. This is not sponsored at all. I just use it, and obviously it's been successful because I haven't been pregnant yet, but it tells you like when you're fertile, when you're not fertile, and then like red and green lights, yellow lights, you know, you can catch the gist on that. But no hormones, and so you're not gonna gain a bunch of weight or have crazy reactions to pills like I did. I had a really negative experience. I can't remember if I've talked about that online or not, but pretty negative experience with taking the pill. So I love the Daysy. The next question is, have y'all seriously thought about moving to another country? No. Another state? Kind of. Not seriously, but we've thrown around the idea of a few different states we could maybe move to one day, but not another country. I don't think we'll ever move out of the US unless things got really crazier than they even are now, then maybe, but I don't think so. Favorite music genre? It kind of depends on my mood. I definitely listen to worship the most. I listen to Christian music a lot, and I will listen to worship music when I'm stressed. So you can usually tell when I'm like stressed out because that helps me feel calm. But when I am like, I don't know, working out, I obviously listen to like more upbeat music, but I don't work out that often, so that's not very often. But then I also love like country music. I love country music when it's sunny outside. I don't really listen to country when it's rainy outside. When it's rainy outside, I'll listen to like Michael Bublé or John Mayer or Alan Stone, like music like that that's really chill, because in Washington it gets real cozy and stuff in the fall. Right now it's sunny, but normally it's like rainy and gray. We turn on the fireplace, we play like, you know, calm music, and it's really relaxing. So I'm kind of all over the place. It really just depends on my mood. This is an interesting question I don't think I've ever answered, but they said, what is the process when designing a room in your house? How do you get started? I literally have no plan. Like, I just kind of pick things that I like from things other people have done. So usually the inspo is from another idea that someone else did or something like that. Or I'll save, you know how you can save, what am I trying to say? Whatever, posts on Instagram. I'll do that if I like something that someone had. So this day bed I have from World Market, Milena Cicotti, or however you say her last name, had this in her nursery tour, and I was like, oh, I love that bed. So I always knew that I wanted this bed at some point. And then I followed Laura DIY, which I'm sure a lot of you guys do as well, and she did this like bacon wall thing in her art room. It's not supposed to be bacon, but it looks like bacon. Anywho, she did this in hers, and so I just picked out my own colors that matched like some of the pillows I already had. Like, I already had this pillow and some of these too, so I wanted it to be really like neutral. So I kind of just like pulled colors that would match, and then everything else is pretty much like black and white and tan. Like, you kind of come up with a color scheme, I guess. The easiest way that I could describe it is, I don't think there's like a easy plan in my head, but I have a general color scheme in my head, and then I'll like look at things that people have, and I'm like, I like that, that, and that. Okay, but that all looks together. Okay, and this color, this color, this color. You just tie it all together, you know? Keep the tags on as well, because if you buy something and bring it home and don't love it in your space, you can always return it. I never do that. I just make things work, or I paint them. But you could always return it if you don't like how it looks in your space. This one's like on a deeper level. I'll try to sum this up, but I also do think I want to actually make a video talking about this more, because I know when I first started my channel, I would do a lot of sit down videos like this and just talk to the camera, explain what I'm going through, whatever, and a lot of you guys could relate to it. But this was, what was the heart change rooted in / where do you hope God takes your heart in this change? Because I was talking about on my Instagram how I feel like this year has really changed me a lot in a really good way. It's been really hard in a lot of areas, of course, but I think I've realized, I want to be careful with how I word this, because I'm not against working at all. Like I said, my personality thrives off of working. Same with Garrett. We literally have the same personality. People always like tell us you're like the same person, but boy and girl. So we have really strong personalities. We are really opinionated, so we can butt heads a lot, but also when we work together, we're like the best team. Me and my husband, if you're new here, you probably don't know who he is. But anyway, so we have really strong personalities. We love to work, and we like thrive off of working. But I think I don't regret at all what we did our first 2 years of marriage, because we're almost in December, we'll be married 2 years. But we worked so hard that like, I feel like we missed the little things, and we missed really important things in life. But at the same time, we worked really hard, so we wouldn't be where we are now without the work we put in for those 2 years. But I think we just kind of realized that like, none of it matters. Like, you could literally lose all of it in a second. So I don't know. I guess I like knew that, but until you like become a level of success that you were always striving for, and you get there and you're still like not satisfied, you never will be fully satisfied unless you're like living in the word and like following God and doing good for the world and all that kind of stuff. That sounds really cheesy, but it's all really true. So we've been having a lot of deep conversations about that. Like, we love working. We're really grateful that we are really ambitious people. We're motivated. We love to be successful. We love to make money. We love to grow businesses. But at the same time, like, we're really trying to make sure we're doing right in everything that we're doing. So making sure that family comes first always, even over work. Each other comes first over work. Prioritizing our relationship over work, prioritizing all of that. So it's really basic, but like, it's a huge deal for us, because we used to like legitimately get up right in the morning and work until we went to bed, working the whole time, and like nothing else mattered, because we were like so gung-ho on our goals, which is good. That's why I don't even like really know how to describe it, but I don't know, I just want people to be careful with chasing your goals is good, but like let's not forget the things that really matter, and like showing love to those around us, and like putting your phone down to actually look people in the eye when you're talking to them, and be present, because you never know when it's someone's like last day on the earth. So all really deep things, I suppose, but I just feel like God really like revealed that to Garrett and I this year, especially when we were quarantined. It was like we were stuck together, like he wasn't leaving for work and we were just in the house together, and I was like, oh hi, like we haven't been, I don't know how to describe it. I'm sure you guys understand the feeling, but just try to take the positives out of whatever you're learning this year, rather than just being like, oh, this year sucks, you know, because there's always something to learn. So take whatever you've learned, bring it into 2021, or even the last few months of 2020. There's still a lot of time left to make it a good year. But yeah, just really motivated to also bring back my YouTube channel and continue to like be open and real and honest and genuine with you guys, and encouraging, because I feel like that was when I was at my prime, was when I would open up to you guys on here and relate to you guys on here, and I would build relationships with a bunch of you guys. And then I feel like I lost that because I was so focused on business, which again, I don't regret, because everything makes you what you are, or your experiences in life. But now I'm just trying to like gear back into that shift, or whatever, make that shift change back into like, I don't know, really connecting with you guys and not being like so, I don't know, hopefully that's making sense. I'm sure you guys get it. I feel like my brain is not making sense, but anywho, that's kind of where I'm at. So I know I have a few other questions. I might do one more and then I'll go ahead and end this. Kind of on that note, someone asked, how do we keep ourselves so motivated? I think you just really have to find what you're passionate about, and that's gonna motivate you. Honestly, like motivation is BS. It's more so like dedication. Are you dedicated to the thing that you're passionate about, you know? And are you really doing what you love, or are you doing what you think you should be doing? And I think that was another thing that I had to learn this year too. I was like really successful in all these things, but I didn't love it. And I think it's better to potentially make a little bit less money to love what you're doing, or to, I don't know, feel like you really are where God called you to be. So yes, I'm excited to be back on here with you guys. I'm going to be making, again, my videos will be posted every Tuesday and Friday. So if you care, you can mark your calendars or turn on the post notifications down below. The little bell notification will tell you every single time I post. If you guys have any suggestions of things you want me to go into more depth on, I totally can. Any of the things I briefly mentioned in this video, I can make whole more videos about, just like talking about them. But I'm really excited. I think things are feeling really good, even though the year is, you know, this year is really hard for a lot of people. If you have any prayer requests, you can go ahead and leave them down below as well. I will pray for you guys. And go ahead and like and subscribe if you like this video. That stuff all helps me out, of course. And follow me on Instagram at @TayTerrell, and feel free to message me on there if there's anything that you need to talk to somebody about that you can relate to me about. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.